Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that one simple decision you make every morning could either accelerate aging or actively slow it down? What if I told you that the milk you pour into your coffee, cereal, or smoothie could be the very thing robbing your bones, brain, and heart of vitality? Today, I want to speak with clarity, precision, and urgency, because the science is undeniable, and the consequences are measurable. After the age of 60, your body changes in profound ways. Your enzyme activity slows, your ability to process certain proteins and fats shifts, and your inflammatory response becomes more sensitive. That means that not all milks are created equal, especially for seniors. In fact, some of the most common milks found in grocery stores are causing more harm than good, and it's time we break the silence about it. Many seniors continue to drink the same types of milk they grew up with, unaware that these once harmless choices could now be working against their health. As the body ages, it becomes less efficient at processing certain proteins, sugars, and additives found in many common milk products. The digestive enzymes that break down lactose decrease over time, meaning milk that was once easy to tolerate may now lead to bloating, discomfort, or inflammation. The problem isn't just lactose intolerance, it's also the type of casein protein present in most commercial cow's milk, specifically A1 casein. This protein has been linked in studies to higher rates of inflammation, digestive distress, and even cognitive issues in susceptible individuals. Seniors, who already face increased inflammation and a greater risk of chronic illness, are especially vulnerable. Beyond the protein content, many processed milk products on the market today are filled with added sugars, synthetic stabilizers, emulsifiers, and artificial flavorings. Flavored almond milk, for example, often contains high amounts of sugar that can quickly spike blood glucose levels, leading to energy crashes, mood swings, and long-term issues like insulin resistance. Sweetened, condensed, or evaporated milk poses an even greater risk. These ultra-concentrated milk products are sugar bombs that may be hidden in desserts, drinks, or even coffee creamers, and their regular consumption can silently contribute to weight gain, metabolic syndrome, and fatty liver disease, conditions that affect seniors disproportionately. Even powdered non-dairy creamers, which might seem like a safe alternative, are often packed with trans fats in the form of hydrogenated oils. These fats can damage arteries and significantly raise the risk of cardiovascular events. Moreover, synthetic additives like carrageenan and polysorbate 80, used to improve texture, have been shown in animal studies to disrupt gut lining and microbiota balance. This is especially concerning for older adults, as a healthy gut microbiome is essential for nutrient absorption, immune regulation, and mental clarity. Ultimately, the types of milk that many seniors consume out of habit or convenience may be accelerating the very issues they're trying to prevent, such as joint pain, cognitive decline, and weakened immune function. What once seemed like a wholesome beverage has, in many cases, become a hidden contributor to systemic inflammation and aging. Understanding this shift is the first step toward better choices. Once aware of the risks, seniors can begin replacing harmful milks with nourishing alternatives that align with the body's evolving nutritional needs. Small changes in something as routine as a morning glass of milk can have a profound impact on overall well-being. As we age, the internal systems that once worked effortlessly begin to slow down or function differently. This is especially true when it comes to digestion, hormone regulation, and immune response. After the age of 60, the body becomes more sensitive to certain foods, and milk is one of the most overlooked triggers. The enzymes that break down lactose decline significantly, and the ability to process dense proteins and synthetic additives weakens. These changes mean that older adults no longer tolerate certain types of milk the same way they did in their youth. A product that once offered nourishment may now be silently contributing to fatigue, joint discomfort, or cognitive dullness. One of the key shifts that occurs in aging is the weakening of the gut barrier and the increase in systemic inflammation. Common milk products, especially those filled with added sugars, artificial thickeners, or hormone residues, can worsen this situation. Inflammation is a central player in many age-related conditions, including arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Milk with poor quality ingredients becomes not just a poor source of nutrition, but a direct fuel for chronic inflammation. Seniors who feel persistent tiredness, mental fog, or aches often don't realize that the source may be hiding in something as simple as their morning coffee or cereal topping. The body also undergoes hormonal shifts that affect metabolism, bone density, and cardiovascular health. Many standard dairy products contain trace hormones or growth factors that can subtly interfere with an aging body's natural balance. For instance, some conventional cow's milk may contain estrogen, like compounds that disrupt endocrine function. In a younger, more resilient system, the body might compensate. In seniors, however, even small disruptions can have noticeable consequences: slowed metabolism, weight gain, or mood instability. Another crucial factor is the immune system. Aging weakens immune defenses, making the body more vulnerable to inflammation and infection. The gut, often referred to as the second brain, plays a central role in immune function. When low-quality milk products irritate the gut lining or alter the microbial balance, the immune system suffers. This can lead to more frequent illnesses, slower recovery, and even mood disturbances as the gut-brain axis becomes disrupted. Making better milk choices isn't about jumping on health trends. It's about responding wisely to the body's changing biology. By recognizing how milk affects digestion, inflammation, hormones, and immunity in later years, seniors can make choices that not only avoid harm but actively support healthier aging, stronger energy levels, and a clearer mind. Scientific research has made it clear that the type of milk consumed can significantly impact long-term health, particularly for seniors. As the body becomes more sensitive with age, choosing nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory, and digestible milk options becomes essential. Fortunately, several alternatives to traditional dairy offer powerful benefits that go far beyond basic nutrition. These scientifically supported milk alternatives help support cognitive function, gut health, bone strength, and metabolic balance, key pillars of vitality for older adults. A2 milk, for example, has gained attention because it contains only the A2 type of beta-casein protein, which is easier to digest than the more common A1 protein found in most conventional cow's milk. Studies suggest that A2 milk causes less gastrointestinal distress and may reduce inflammation in individuals with dairy sensitivity. This can be especially important for seniors, as digestive issues often go unrecognized but contribute to fatigue, bloating, and reduced nutrient absorption. A2 milk still provides calcium and protein, supporting bone density without the drawbacks of traditional dairy. Coconut milk is another excellent option, particularly because of its high content of medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs. These fats are absorbed quickly by the liver and converted into ketones, an alternative energy source for the brain. Research has shown that MCT can improve cognitive function, particularly in older adults at risk of memory decline. In addition to brain health, coconut milk also supports metabolic flexibility, which is crucial for managing weight, energy levels, and blood sugar regulation as the metabolism naturally slows with age. Oat milk, especially when it's free of added sugars and gums, provides a heart-healthy source of beta-glucans, soluble fibers known to help reduce LDL cholesterol and stabilize blood sugar. This is particularly useful for seniors managing cardiovascular risk factors or type 2 diabetes. Oat milk is also naturally soothing on the stomach and often fortified with nutrients like vitamin D and calcium, making it a solid choice for maintaining bone health without the inflammation risks of some animal-based products. Goat milk and goat milk kefir stand out for their bioavailability and probiotic content. Goat milk is naturally easier to digest due to smaller fat globules and different protein structure. And kefir provides a rich array of beneficial bacteria that support gut health, immune function, and even mood stability. As gut health becomes more closely tied to overall wellness in aging, incorporating fermented milk like kefir can be a powerful way to reinforce the body's internal defenses. By choosing these scientifically supported alternatives, seniors can use milk as a functional food, one that not only nourishes but actively promotes resilience, clarity, and healthy longevity. Every choice we make about what we consume sends a message to our body. This is especially true for something as routine and overlooked as the type of milk we drink each day. For seniors, the idea that every sip is a biological decision isn't just a metaphor, it's a scientific fact. The body is constantly responding to nutrients, chemicals, and compounds that either support its systems or disrupt them. In the case of milk, the response can be subtle but powerful, influencing everything from inflammation and digestion to mental clarity and immune function. When a senior drinks milk that contains high amounts of sugar, artificial additives, or difficult to digest proteins, the body may react with a spike in blood glucose, gut irritation, or an inflammatory response. Over time, these small, repeated hits can accumulate into larger issues: fatigue, brain fog, joint pain, and metabolic imbalance. On the other hand, when a senior chooses a milk rich in healthy fats, probiotics, or anti-inflammatory compounds, that same sip becomes a tool for healing, protection, and vitality. The difference lies not just in the label, but in how the body interprets and uses the contents of that glass. Biological decisions are often invisible at first. A person may not immediately notice the inflammation from carrageenan in a non-dairy creamer or the brain fog from too much added sugar in flavored almond milk. But over weeks and months, these repeated exposures influence hormone levels, gut microbiota, and neurological health. In contrast, choosing milks like goat milk kefir or A2 milk, which are better aligned with the body's needs, can quietly improve digestion, lower inflammation, and enhance nutrient absorption changes that, over time, can lead to real improvements in energy, mobility, and focus. The human body is always adapting to what it's given. After age 60, its margin for error gets smaller, and what we eat and drink matters more than ever. Choosing a milk that supports rather than stresses the system is a decision that can ripple outward, improving sleep, lowering blood pressure, strengthening bones, and enhancing cognitive performance. And because milk is often consumed daily, it has the potential to act as either a slow poison or a slow medicine. By becoming intentional with each sip, seniors gain a form of control over aging itself. It's not about restriction, it's about awareness. Each glass becomes an opportunity to support longevity, protect the brain, fuel the body, and take one simple but powerful step toward a healthier future.